Welcome to the Simulation Soccer League. In these sets of tutorials, we will guide you through the process of creating your very own player, as well as earning and updating within the SSL portal. Before we dive in, make sure you have your forum login credentials handy, as you will need them to access the player creation portal, which will be the focus of this first tutorial video. Once you are logged in, you can start by clicking Create a Player in the menu to the left. Before going into the details of your player, I would recommend you to look through the position tracker, as well as the player compendium linked in the player creation portal. The position tracker shows the active users or the active players and their primary and secondary positions. While there are no restrictions on what position you can create as, we would suggest to check this position tracker, as there is only a limited amount of spots for each position on a team's starting roster. Creating a populated position might result in you being played as a substitute, or part of a rotated squad. The player compendium is an asset if you are not sure which type of player you would want to create and which attributes are important for each and every one of them. Attributes that are important for different types of players are highlighted in the player creator tool, which we will touch on later. If at any point in this process you encounter a question, make sure to join our Discord to meet the rest of the members in the league and have a quick and easy way to ask for assistance that you may need at any time. After you have determined what type of player you would want to create, you can start by inputting the player details. The first part is more general details, like the player's name, the nationality, and so on. But this can be anything, so try to get creative. The player's nationality will determine which country or geographic region they will represent in international competitions. In this first part, you can also choose your player's footedness. Are they left-footed or right-footed? This choice will influence their performance on the field. For example, if you would choose to create as a left-attacking midfielder, being left-footed, you would be able to cross the ball much easier than being right-footed. If you were to be right-footed, you would instead maybe play as an inside forward or an inverted winger, trying to cut in with the ball and get a scoring opportunity of your own. Finally, the last piece of general information we need from you is the player's appearance. You can customize it with options like hair color and hair length, but remember that these details are only cosmetic for Football Manager to show your player in the engine, and you can always choose a specific render for graphics that are made outside of Football Manager. With the basic details out of the way, it is time to choose your player type. Will they be a goalkeeper or an outfield player? Each type has different attributes associated with them, and these attributes are rated on a scale from 5 to 20. Upgrading these attributes will cost total points earned, or TPE, and every new player starts with 350 TPE to distribute. Dependent on the type of player you create and the type of position or role you would want to play, different attributes are more important than others. In the player compendium, as well as in the player creator tool, you can look through the list of the different roles, and each important attribute will be highlighted. We have separated attributes into very important and important, which in Football Manager is translated to key attributes and important attributes. Very important attributes are very important for the player's role or position, while important attributes are good attributes to have in order to excel at the position you want to play in. The other attributes are not necessarily important, but there are general attributes, such as physical attributes of pace and acceleration, that users tend to favor so you can outrun the opposition. these attributes will not be highlighted unless they are specifically needed for that role. In this tutorial video, I have chosen to create as a central defender. I've selected the role ball-playing defender, which means that the different attributes that are very important or important for this role and this position have been highlighted. And I will focus my initial build on those attributes. The cost to upgrade these attributes in terms of TPE is increasing, dependent on the attribute level. Higher values of attributes will cost more TPE. So it is recommended at the beginning of your career with the initial player creation to not increase attributes higher than 12 or 13, as you will see a diminishing return for those attributes in relation to their TPE cost. If you choose to create as an outfield player, after all of the attributes have been chosen and upgraded, you'll also need to pick one primary and two secondary positions. Selecting the primary position and secondary positions determine where your player will excel on the pitch, and sometimes there are restrictions on which types of roles you can play based on your position. On top of these positions, you can select 2 player traits from the player compendium. These traits offer unique advantages and can greatly influence your player's style of play. Be sure to consult the player compendium for a detailed list of available traits and their effects. During your career, you will be able to add on to this list of traits using the player store. And that's it. You've successfully created your player for the Simulation Soccer League. Take your time to explore all of the options and create a player that's truly unique and your own. Once you're happy with your player, you can submit them, and after being approved by the board of directors, you are ready to start your career in the league. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out to our community on the forum. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this series for more tips and tricks on getting the most out of your Simulation Soccer League experience. Welcome to the Simulation Soccer League, and we hope to see you on the pitch.